Hey there, it's Klumpkin. I hope we're having a great day so far. Uh, Chances are, if you clicked on this video, you and I have one thing in common, at least, maybe. And that is that we are both afraid of failure. Now, what I mean, well, there's not really a lot to get confused about failing, but what I wrote down in my notes for this was failure about, or failure slash messing up about relationships in specific, right? Because I am so afraid, especially now, uh, messing things up, right? Having something going so good and then I just completely biff it. Um, that scares the living shit out of me, and and I don't know like how to not. But I'm not gonna really talk about that. What I will talk about is I'm going to try and help you feel that failure is not that bad, and that it's actually quite the learning experience and catalyst for growth. Right? So, uh, just start simple, right? So, um, failing. I used to be really. I'm still honestly not even that. Like used. If I say used to it, that sounds really braggalicious, but I mean like I didn't handle failure well. Um, I always thought I should be perfect, and that if I ever messed up, I'd be letting everybody down, right? So that's how I viewed failure, is that like it's the end of the world. When it's really not even close. At least for the scales that I experience it on. Um, so, you know, like I might have shared this on a previous video before, but I remember when I was little. Um, it might not even been that little. I think it was like sixth grade, which is probably way too old for me to be for me to have been acting like how I did. But um, I had an assignment due in class, and I just forgot to do it, and I was I just like couldn't handle the thought of like failing. Like I felt like I let like my parents down and my teacher down, and I just like broke down. Which was an overreaction, like 100% overreaction. But that's just kind of how like that's just how I was regarding like failing something. Um, and it was that way for a while until like I would be very upset. Right. I did eventually stop crying like a little baby. I'm just kidding. Um, but it wasn't until I think I got my first like genuine F. And not like on a test. I had failed tests before. But it wasn't until I got like my first genuine like class grade F in high school that I was like, "Oh, like this sucks, but like only I can fix this. Like this is just only I can fix this." And I was really eye-opening. So I don't think I've ever been so grateful for getting an F before. Um, and I did manage to turn around the grade and get it slightly better to a C. But like the more I fail and the more I mess up, right? The more growth we stop saying I, because this is kind of a thing that everyone happens to everyone. The more we fail, the more we grow and the more we learn, right? We don't typically learn. We do learn from our successes, that is very true, but we don't learn as much from our successes. We don't analyze our successes as much as we analyze our failures and how we can fix what we did wrong, right? And how we can go at it at a different direction and how we can change things to work for the better. So while we do learn from success, we learn a lot more from failure. And it's just, who doesn't like learning? Well, I'm sure some people don't, but like it's a good thing to experience. failure every once in a while. It's very it's probably healthy to do that too. Um, I am unfortunately quite the person that will stop doing something after a little bit, right? Like after enough tries of failure, if I'm not that passionate about it, right? Like I love skateboarding, right? I think it's really fun, but I don't. I'm more of a cruiser on it. I don't learn that many tricks because they're just too hard for me, and I don't want to. I don't always want to commit the time to it, right? Which is a shame. I should. It'd be really cool. But the failure, right? After so many failures in a row, you do get tired. But I do learn from those failures. Every time I fail in Ollie, I am learning how to do it the right way and getting a feel for it, right? So it's a learning matter. And yeah. This happens a lot with video games too, if this could be a helpful analogy, right? So you hear a lot of people when someone wants to get better at video games, right? Not only does practice make perfect, but one thing I think a lot of gaming coaches recommend is that if the game has replays or if you just record your gameplay, and you lose a match, you go back over the match you lost and like and you rewatch it and then point out the mistakes and what you could have done better. And I actually that I don't do that on purpose. I don't purposely rewatch my matches. However, sometimes I do rewatch my videos and I'll watch the gameplay that's in my videos and I'll be like, why did I do that? I could have done something like way better there. That actually would have won me the game, you know? Um and it's perfectly fine that we don't think of these things in the heat of the moment, right? But, you know, at least like I learned and now like I try to fix those mistakes and bada bing bada boom. Um but yeah. So you shouldn't be afraid of failure. Is the end point, the main goal I'm trying to get with here is that it's nothing that you should be afraid of. Uh Especially in the everyday. It's nothing to worry about because you can learn from it, you can fix it, you can grow, right? You can become better from failure. How often do you well, yeah. Failure just helps you learn and it helps you become better. You know, it's anybody that's naturally gifted at things, that's amazing. That's terrific. But for anyone that's not and really needs to practice, failure is the best teacher. Pretty sure Master Oogway said that. But yeah. So yeah, this wasn't the direction I originally planned to take the video. I might do another video about more specifically messing things up rather than failure, even though it's the same thing. I wanted to talk more about messing up relationships, but I might do that next week. Um, if I can get a video out next week. But anyway, I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you, and I don't know, maybe you're a little bit more comfortable with failing. Just take it from somebody who used to cry when they got a bad grade, and thought it was the end of the world to their parents. Um, it's not that serious, and it's really you can always fix it. It should never be too late to fix something, right? So yeah. um, yeah. I hope any of these analogies worked for you or anything, but I just really want to thank you for watching this video or listening, and to have an amazing rest of your day. And don't forget to tell somebody you love them. I'll catch you all next week. See ya.